Bus Stop Boys.
That's right. That's right. We both woke up. I'm still in my robe.
I mean, this is just kind of the attire I wear: thin hoodie,
Yeah.
t-shirt, and shorts.
Word. Word.
So we're talking town
We're
halls.
talking town halls. Now,
Talking
I got a
town.
question. I don't know. I'm not very informed on this, but like, are town halls something that they always did, or are they just doing this because of uh, Trump's COVID?
Um, I've heard of town halls before. I'm not informed enough. Hi, Kitty.
What
Okay.
up, cat? Some cat ass.
Yeah, I've heard of them before. I just don't know like how often they happen, but I
Mm-hmm.
definitely think they happened this time because there wasn't another round of debate.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
which I don't really understand why they weren't able to do it. Like,
I don't know. I mean, Trump was better. You know, he's got the best health care ever, right?
the doctors, they're all doing a tremendous job.
Dude, the
Tremendous people.
experts are the most expert experts out
Yeah, some of
there.
the best people in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tremendous people.
Tremendous people, great experts, top of the field. You know it. We know it.
Nah, so both of us just well, I guess you learned it before me, but I just learned that Joe Biden actually did two
He did
town halls, is
too.
what you were saying.
There might be a second Trump one coming.
Maybe that's the thing. I did see that originally uh, Biden had his indoor one. That
Yes.
one was scheduled first,
Yeah.
and then Trump at a recent to last moment actually had NBC schedule him one
He had
at the
to.
exact same time.
Yeah. Of course. He's like, man, I'm not letting him have this. It's so crazy. There were people who had like questions and things like that, and I wonder how many of them knew they were going to be doing that, and how
Yeah,
much time they had in preparation to do that.
I'm sure it's not that hard for them to find people. They probably already have like some little groups like that set up, I would imagine.
I would imagine. I would
But
imagine.
so basically, I'm more on the Biden Harris side, obviously. And,
Right.
I've told you this. Um, but I felt like out of the Biden one that I watched, I felt like he was great. I mean, he said all the right things. No question was really a stab at him. Like,
Yeah.
I felt like he was prepared to answer everything he had in front of him.
Yeah. That's kind of the sword when it comes to setting up your own uh
Exactly.
thing. I
Exactly.
did not.
Exactly why
I did not feel that way with Trump though.
I did not either. I did
Homegirl
not
was
either. As much
swinging
as
at
I
him.
dislike him,
Homegirl
she
was
was
swinging.
coming at him. Yeah. Like, I was like, damn. Like,
Mm-hmm.
and I was sitting there thinking, like, this is why, like, that didn't help him at all.
No.
Like,
No.
he shouldn't have done that, in my opinion. If he was gonna do what he should have did it with people he knew was gonna fucking chirp with him. That's
Yeah.
honestly what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
Like,
Word.
so yeah, she was
Dude, she was
when she started
swinging.
asking him about white supremacy and all that, like he was getting mad.
Yeah.
Like,
I thought it. I thought it was hilarious. I mean, I liked the way she conducted the interview. I really did. Like she tried to keep it under wraps. I mean, she did go to NBC, arguably the most liberal uh of the news networks. So,
yeah.
I mean, he went to the belly of the beast. He went there, dude. That's like if Joe Biden did one with Fox News, you know?
Yeah, exactly. That's why I was like, I don't know why. Like the whole time watching it, I was like, I don't know why he agreed to this.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
but yeah, it didn't change how I feel about anything. It
Yeah.
didn't. Like, did you get any movement here? Where's your political uh life at right now?
Dude, here's the thing, man. Like, my heart goes out to the third party. It really does. Hey, Michael Loeb, what up, bro?
What's up, Mike?
How we doing? How we doing? Good to see you out there.
I actually recently just told him about Bus Stop Boys. because I don't even think he knew.
Here we are, in the
I'm
flesh.
slacking.
In the
slacking.
flesh. I'm wearing my robe. I should have dressed up if I knew Michael was coming.
But anyway.
Anyway, dude, like my heart goes out to the third party. Like, it's so hard for me to choose because I really don't like either one of them. Like, I really am, like, I'm libertarian. If I had to go a political route, I recently took like this long survey of questions just to find out like which political candidates I sided with more, and it gave it to me in a list of order, and it was like the Libertarian Party, so Jo Jorgensen, whoever the Green Party dude is, that's how much he's not going to win this thing. I don't even know his name, and I agree with him more than I do Biden, and then Trump, in that order. Yeah,
that's how it goes for you.
that's how that's how the test said it goes for me. After I answered all of these things, might be worth checking out. I'll see if I can send you that link.
Yeah,
just
send me
to
that link.
see.
I'm interested in that
Because it was a very extensive, a lot of questions.
How long did it take you?
About like 30 minutes.
Ooh.
Yeah,
It's a lot to commit to.
You gotta set some time aside.
That's a lot to commit to at the 30 minutes.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
I get a lot done in Final Fantasy in 30 minutes.
Oh, I bet you saw some guys on the ballot you never heard of. Yep. It always blows my mind. Like, why can't they be in the debates? Why can't they be in the debates?
Speaking of the ballot, so remember I told you I registered online,
yes,
and I asked for like the mail-in ballot.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think I might have done something wrong. I need to circle back because my wife also, after I told her I did it, she did it like a day or two later, and she's gotten hers, and I have not gotten mine.
Voter
is
fraud.
This the voter fraud?
It's voter
the fraud that we hear of. Like,
yup, it's happening.
I mean, she went to the exact same website I went to, and everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so kind of wondering there. But I was looking at the ballot with her, and yeah, like you were saying, there was a whole bunch of names. So I was like, I don't know who the fuck this is.
Yeah.
Like,
who are they? Who are they? I don't know.
And so it kind of makes me think, like, you know, years ago, 10, 15, 20, 30 years ago, you know, information wasn't as accessible as it is now. So, like, people that won those elections were probably just, oh, like that name. Like,
oh, yeah.
You know?
Oh, yeah. I guess I've seen more of this guy's signs outside than anybody else.
Yeah.
So. If he can afford signs, he can afford my vote. Here we go.
But nowadays, like, you're able to like look that shit up, like, oh, what's this person about? Because my wife, she was doing that a little bit when she was kind of going over her ballot.
Yeah.
You know? So I just think that's kind of cool. Like, they should get more exposure.
Definitely. But they still don't have a shot in hell. They
no,
don't have a shot in hell.
It's because they don't get enough exposure. That's why.
Yeah.
I bet you there's been tons of presidential candidates that probably had great plans and ideas that we passed on for just exposure issues.
Absolutely.
Just because we didn't hear about them enough.
Absolutely, man. I mean, the only reason we know Joe Biden is because he was the vice president, you know?
I never heard of him before that.
Before that, who the hell was Joe Biden? I wouldn't have... Who is that old man?
I will say, though, it's funny listening to him talk because, like, he does, like, forget what he's saying. He does forget.
Yeah, he's really hard to follow. He's very hard to follow.
He can be hard to follow, but, like, honestly, that doesn't strike me as a red flag as it does for most.
Yeah. Well, like, honestly, I think Joe Biden, kind of a puppet. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying Donald Trump isn't like going to be. It's just like, all right, here's this guy. He was under Barack Obama. Everybody loved Barack Obama. Let's throw him up there. You know, the president, as powerful as they are, they got a lot going on. Trump is hard to follow sometimes. Trump just talks about whatever he wants to talk about. You know?
Yeah.
Trump just talks about whatever the fuck he wants to talk about. regardless of what question was asked or anything like that. He doesn't care.
She was coming at
She was
him.
coming at him hard, dude. I liked it. I really did.
I guess I like that better. I wish I would have seen something with Biden getting come at hard like that too.
Yeah. Well, they did a little bit of that. They did a little bit of that in the NBC one that
they did
the other Joe Biden one.
That
Yeah.
wasn't a stack for him.
No, not as much. Not as much. No, they were coming at him. Not as hard as Homegirl was coming at Donald Trump, but I gotta know her name, man. I gotta find out her name.
I've seen her a million times.
She was flying, bro.
Yeah, I've seen her a million times. I just can't remember her name. I don't really remember any of the names except for Don Lemon.
Yeah.
I know my nigga down. Did you see? This is gonna sound wild, but a YouTuber that I have recently started watching, probably like 2-3 months ago, Ben Shapiro.
Oh, you watch Ben Shapiro?
I do.
No shit.
I do.
Wow.
And most of the time, I'm disagreeing with 90% of what he's saying. I just like to hear what he's saying.
Yeah, for sure. He definitely lays it out. Like, he doesn't care. There is no like gussying anything up with Ben Shapiro. He's just gonna say it.
Yeah, he says it how he feels.
No matter how big of a dick it's gonna make him look like, you know.
I tend to like the people that, keep it real,
Yeah.
Those people I tend to respect, even if I agree with them or not. But
yeah, his voice is annoying. His voice is annoying.
His voice is terrible.
Michael.
Yeah, he sounds like a child. And his wife has a dry pussy. You didn't hear all that shit? Oh, when that Cardi B WAP song came out,
yeah,
he did a video about it, and he was just disgusted by the song. By the way, he was like, "My wife is a doctor. It is medically unsafe to have a WAP." And so people just started coming out with all these memes. Just look at Ben Shapiro WAP memes; they're great.
I have seen some. I didn't know what it was about though.
Yeah, so they're like, "Oh, so Ben Shapiro's wife has a dry pussy, and he's never gotten his wife off." Is basically what he just told all of us.
Wow. Ben Shapiro has a local radio show in the afternoon.
Does he? I didn't know that.
According to Michael. According to Michael.
Oh, okay. But yeah, anyway, the reason I brought up Ben Shapiro, he showed this video of Nancy Pelosi, who was interviewed recently about the stimulus package and like what's going on there.
Mm-hmm.
And she dodged every question. At one point, she started like coming at the dude like personally.
Yeah.
Like it was just like, damn, it was a bad look. It was a bad look.
On Nancy Pelosi.
Yeah, and then like, cause he was, I forget that dude's name too, the news guy, but he was saying basically like, hey, this Democrat, like Andrew Yang, they put up a picture of Andrew Yang's tweet about how like, stop making this political, just do the stimulus, Nancy. Like, it's Republicans and Democrats are like coming at Nancy Pelosi.
Yeah,
I don't have all the facts to it, obviously, but it kind of makes it seem like, she's got this hard line and she's not willing to budge at all. And it's like, people need this fucking money. Like,
yeah. Well, Trump gets the blame for it because he's the president right now.
I don't really think so though, man. Like Trump administration, they've put out like 3 or 4 different proposals. Like they've moved up their deal.
Yeah.
Like 3 or 4 different times now. And she's still saying no.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know what the end game is here. And when we're talking trillions, like my wife says this shit all the time, when we're talking trillions, what's 1.1 versus 1.2 at that point?
Yeah. I'm with you. I'm with you. I don't know how we became a political channel. How do we make this shift?
Are we saying we are that?
We were talking about Future and the Dixie
Fuji Man.
Chicks, and now here we are.
Hey, but we had that So Icy Summer though.
We did have that So Icy Summer. That was pretty cool. So icy.
Still fuck with my man Fujiano too.
Mm-hmm.
Still fuck with Fujiano.
We'll do some music.
Are we? I mean, I wouldn't call us a political channel.
Bus Stop Politics.
Yeah, that's the segment.
That's
Bus Stop Politics.
It's a channel. It's a channel.
A segment in the channel.
Yes. Segment and channel. I mean, we got to talk about the issues. That's what I think the Bus Stop Boys are all about. We talking about what's happening, and right now, this election is happening.
I think we're just, and not just that, we're just talking about things that semi matter to us. Or matter to us. Seems like the semi to you.
Yeah,
motherfucker wouldn't even register.
Man, my candidate will never win. Even if I went out there and
don't try.
Even if
everybody says that.
Check it.
Everybody says that.
If I wore a Joe Jorgensen T-shirt every day and ran around and just with a megaphone and was touting the Libertarian Party and voted, I wouldn't be a blip on the fucking radar. I wouldn't be a fucking blip if I did everything.
But it's because that's happening because people are saying exactly what you're saying.
Yeah. All right. That's why.
You don't think so?
No. I don't,
You
man.
don't think if enough people got together and really pushed Jo Jorgensen that she could have a chance? At this point, no.
Right.
I mean, we're like less than a month away.
And we're at this point. Dude, if I had started 4 years ago, still. The system.
Nah.
Dude, I don't hate the players. I hate the game.
I agree. I agree with that. I do hate the players as well, too, though.
I hate the game. It's fucked. It's so fucked.
Yeah, okay. I mean, what's her name was asking Trump about the if he's gonna take a peaceful power transfer if he loses.
Yeah.
And he went wild on that. That's pretty funny.
He did. He just wants it to be fair, Aaron. He just wants it to be fair. Thousands of ballots with my name on it in trash cans.
Yeah. None of that's proven,
Yeah.
right?
I don't know what's true, man. I don't know what the fuck is true.
It seemed like she was fact checking him on the spot. Like, I think she had somebody in her ear.
Oh, she definitely had somebody in her ear.
like killing that keyboard. Like, oh, nope, that's a lie. This actually because she called him and like threw the fact back like 2 or 3 times.
Yeah, she kept circling back.
Oh, good news. Remember at our last video we did, one of my Final Fantasy friends.
Yeah.
She watched and she quite enjoyed it, actually, she said.
Really?
And got a follow action there. So
no joke. Who was it?
Shout out to Cat Coon.
I don't see a Cat Coon on our recently followed.
Ooh.
Did you get duped?
Let me look at
She might be watching now. If
it's
so,
on the tube. I believe on the tube. YouTube.
Oh, on YouTube. Got you. I don't know. I see those too. I don't see any.
Oh, well.
See, and in Streamlabs, I get a little mini feed of all of the updates, even whenever we're not on here. I see where Michael Loeb followed 9 days ago.
Yes, I think I told him right after our last video because I was like, "Oh,
Yep.
that was a good one." Shit.
Yep.
I might have been texting him about something the day before.
It's cool. We knew. Oh, fudge.
I don't know. Shit. We got do we got to get back to the music grind?
No, we can do whatever we want.
Mm-hmm.
We could do whatever we want. Give me 1 second. I gotta go get that food I put in.
Oh, did Siri just call you?
You entertain him for a sec. I'm gonna come back with some chicken parm.
Chicken parm. What was that? Oh, it was that Peyton Manning commercial. Chicken parm, you are so good. I believe that was does he do Allstate? No, he doesn't. He does Nationwide. Nationwide is on your side. People they don't realize how low key funny Peyton Manning is. One of the greats of all time, obviously. He actually his nephew, Arch Manning, who's named after the grandfather, Archie. He just balled out. That's okay. He's a high school player, sophomore, bald.
I'm gonna let that cool down.
Let that marinate.
Oh yeah, dude. I get these like pre-made. They're like oven meals. You just like put them in the oven. Sick. Love them. It's my style, man. When I go to the grocery store, that's all I get.
The grocery store brand?
Yep. HEB.
Yeah.
HEB.
Yeah, you were telling me about HEB. You said HEB is like the shit.
It's the best.
Really?
Absolutely, 100%. I will stand on that platform and die on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mine over here would probably be Fred Meyer.
Ooh.
That's theirs. And they're also like a department store as well.
Yeah.
So.
Word. HEB's just in Texas. It stands for Here Everything's Better.
Okay.
But really, it's because the guy's name is Herbert E. Butt. But. So they had to change that. They had to rebrand that real quick.
That's funny.
But.
What?
Yeah, man.
What?
Town halls.
Yeah, town halls.
Town halls. Did you like any of the questions? Like from the people?
I liked the question from the dude that asked Biden about the one that asked Biden about like the crime bill.
Okay. Yeah, so that I didn't see that town hall. So catch me up.
Oh, you didn't see that one.
Catch me up.
Basically she asked him like, looking back on it, like, what do you think about the crime bill now? And he broke it down to the point of, and again, not fact checked by me. It's just the words of this man.
We hear.
So if this is true, I'm like, okay. Basically, the reason of the crime bill was because they pulled up a study. They made a study where it was like, if a black man commits X crime and a white man commits X crime, how much time would either of them get? And they followed the trends of that. The black man was getting up to 13 years, when the white man was getting 1 to 3 years. And so they tried to make it to where there were mandatory minimums.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know what that is. You know what that is, right?
Yeah, mandatory minimum sentence.
Yeah.
So
you kill a guy, this is how long you get.
Yeah.
Boom.
At least.
At least. And so basically he said it was a mistake in the past, but the intent was good, and we are just trying to even the scales, basically. He broke it down a little bit more detailed than that, but I'm like, you know what? I get that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And he broke it down in this sense of like, he was like, yeah, there's more state prisons. So, and then there are federal prisons, and they're building more state prisons.
Yep.
So they're funneling more people into these state prisons, which is
gotta fill them.
Private prison owners more money. He's like, on the federal level, it worked better because the federal government was not doing that with the federal crimes, as where the states were doing it more locally. And I was like, okay, I get that as well.
Yep. I hate private prisons. That shit's
Did you ever hear that rumor of Michael Jordan?
No, what's that?
You never heard that he owns prisons?
Who, Michael Jordan?
It's not true. It's not true.
It's not true.
It's another Michael Jordan. A guy just his name's Michael Jordan.
But not Michael B. Jordan?
No, it's an older Caucasian white male.
Oh, but he does. So that Michael Jordan does, but not our Michael Jordan.
No. No. And that's what's funny. That you never heard that rumor? It was like all over the place for I believed it for years.
No,
Like,
I'd never heard that.
really?
No.
But yeah, that's kind of the core of why like the prison system fucking blows and it's corrupt.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
I hate the prison system. I hope I
private
never
prisons
have
are
to
the
fucking
worst.
step foot in a prison.
Yeah. And like I really one of the things that Biden said that I saw that I really, really liked, he was talking about how he was like, I don't think people should go to jail for using drugs.
Yeah.
Like
Into that.
we're punishing them. You know, he was like, schools don't have enough counseling. Like drug abuse is not, or excuse me, mental illness is not the response from drug abuse. Drug abuse is the response from mental illness. We're not helping people soon enough. We're not catching them, before they get to a place where they feel like drugs are what they need to do. Like,
Yeah.
and I'm like, you know what? I fucking agree with that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, man. I mean, I know people who've slipped into deep drug
Same.
issues, like um it's a thing and it sucks. I don't know what to do cuz I mean like you as an outsider uh can only do so much.
Yeah,
You
they
can
have to want it.
They have to want it. And that can get tricky. That's a whole other subject. I don't think that they're criminals though, is the thing. And I don't think they should be thrown into prison for that.
But it's a charge, possession.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Like it's a charge.
No, I'm with that. And I mean, I understand how the charge came about. It's like, hey, let's make this illegal. And
Get it?
maybe people won't do it, but the thing is, the demand for drugs is inelastic. It doesn't matter if it's illegal or not. They're gonna do it.
Yep.
That's what happened with prohibition.
Yep.
Hey, let's make alcohol illegal. It'll make a better world. No, it made a worse world. Instead, you created gigantic crime syndicates of people smuggling alcohol. And that shit is still going on today with drugs like marijuana. All we're doing is putting money into criminals' pockets.
Yeah.
That's all we're doing.
And throwing people's lives away. Oh, you had some weed on you? You like marijuana? All right, bucko, let's go to prison for it, huh? Yeah.
Like, damn.
I will say, I understand to a certain level somebody getting in trouble for intent to sell or distribute.
Yeah.
I get that.
Mm-hmm.
I get that. But if we set it up in a safe, legal environment, I don't see how it's hurting anybody. And like that's the other thing is
make it a ticket. Make it a ticket. Yeah. Like a speeding
Biden
ticket.
And Harris have both talked about legalizing marijuana.
Yeah.
They've both talked about it.
I'm into that.
I'm fucking into that.
I'm into that.
I really am. It does not hurt anybody.
Like I said, man, I'm socially liberal. On the social issues, I'm as blue as it gets.
Okay.
Fiscally, though.
Well,
I'm a red-blooded American.
I don't know that I am. I don't know that I am. That I can say that. I think I'm all the way blue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's dangerous mentality, though. Don't say all the way blue.
Well, okay. How about this? I'm very much not red.
Yeah. Okay.
Can I say that? Is that fair to say?
I would say the thing is it doesn't matter. Like these parties, they flip-flopped. You gotta understand, man.
All the time.
The Republicans are the ones that freed the slaves.
Yeah.
Abraham Lincoln was a Republican.
I know.
Like those colors don't mean shit.
Fair enough.
Like always just keep. I mean that's me, man. I don't claim a party. I'm just floating.
Did you ever see when Nancy Pelosi in the House wore those African scarves?
No.
You didn't see that?
Was it funny?
Yeah, it was like right around the start of like the George Floyd incident where
Mm-hmm.
he died and all that. And like, you know, the riots going off, the crazy times, like it was right around like the start of all that shit. And they all came out with like, you know, like the African pattern, like kimbe scarves, like around their necks. Like, and they all like took a knee and did like one of these. Like,
Hit him with the Wakanda Forever.
yeah, it's like I thought that was the dumbest. I don't say a lot of things are offensive, but that was offensive to me.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Dude, they trying to overcorrect,
like,
man. They're trying to
it's
overcorrect.
like y'all are trying way too hard.
Yeah. Yeah, come on. Just be white. Just like,
Yeah, like it's fine.
it's okay. It's okay. You're allowed to be white.
You don't have to. You don't have to. You know, dress like this just to say, "Hey, Black Lives Matter." Like
Mhm.
you can just say Black Lives Matter.
They do.
Like, yeah,
Absolutely
you
do.
don't got to put on a scarf.
Mhm. It's wild, man. It's absolutely wild how this pops off. What up, viewers? I see y'all out there.
We got some. Who
We got some, man. We got 4 of them.
All right, all right. But yeah, man. I think I gotta circle back and figure out how to get my my ballot because I haven't.
Yeah, that's wild.
I don't.
Voter fraud, man.
Maybe yeah, maybe it was voter fraud.
It was probably
maybe I
voter
typed something wrong. I mean, I wasn't voting for Trump anyway, so
Right.
like,
Well, hey, maybe it's the other way around.
nope, it only happens to him.
Only one. It's crazy, man. Absolutely crazy.
But yeah, did you what was something that stuck out to you in the Trump one?
Okay, so one thing a positive to me was, like I said, economically I'm red. But man, I forgot what the question was. I think they were talking about raising tax rates. And if that's not the question, he made it about raising taxes. He made it about that. So that's the topic we ended up on. And he was saying, and again, can't fact check. He was saying that a lot of companies from overseas have begun to come to America because they've been able to keep taxes low. And I don't know if that's the truth, but I do know that if we did have lower taxes, that's the thing. Everyone's like, everything's made in China now, you know? And it was really scary, particularly during COVID, because America wasn't making respirators. We weren't making any.
Ventilators,
yes, sorry, ventilators. We weren't making ventilators. And now we do. Yeah. And now we do. Right? So it is kind of scary to have to depend on other countries for other things. And he is the reason why everybody goes elsewhere for items is because it's cheaper to make things over there. Because their taxes are lower, and also, you know, labor laws, things like that. So I do think it's important that we keep as much made here in the States as possible. I'm all about trade. I think trade is the best way to obtain world peace. Honestly, if like every country's playing their part, and you know, we do this, we do that, we trade for you. That's the thing. Whenever we buy foreign goods, it's not like there's a machine that turns US dollars into yen or whatever currency we're buying in. There's no machine that does that. They're just stockpiling US dollars. So what can they do with US dollars? Buy US products. That's all they can do with it for real. Or, you know, trade it for something else. It's all they can do with that money that we give them. So ultimately, trade is good, but we do need to have industry here in the States. And if we do raise taxes by, doing all of these things, we're going to be sending a lot of stuff overseas, and we are going to be losing a lot of jobs. We're going to turn cities, more large cities, into Detroit.
Yeah, you know what? That's a very valid argument.
Yeah. For
That's
sure.
valid. Again, I don't know how much of that is inherently true.
For sure.
And that's the one of the scariest parts about this, and both of them really, because I cannot remember exactly what point it was, but in the Biden interview, there was something he said, and instantly in my head, I was like, "That's a damn lie."
Yeah.
And it's like I couldn't really prove it because obviously now I can't remember, but I felt that way in the Trump one too, more than Biden's, by the way.
Mm-hmm. Trump doesn't try to hide it. He's not even clever about it.
I just don't think he's a good interviewer at all. Like, he's not a good person to interview.
I don't think he's a good person.
I don't think he is either. But if his PR team, that has to be the most stressful job in the world.
You know it, dude. They're just sitting in the back like, God. Donald.
Yeah.
Fucking throw us a bone, man.
She asked him about what was it? Some demonic group. I actually never heard of this. What do you know what I'm talking about?
QAnon.
Yeah, she asked him about them being demonic devil worshippers and that Donald Trump is the leader or some shit. And he was like, I don't know anything about them, but I do know that they're against child
pedophilia.
Yeah, pedophilia. So I do know that about them, but I don't know anything else. So I don't know. It's what
yeah.
That's not the answer.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Well, that's the thing. The people.
That was him appeasing them without denouncing him. That's what he was doing.
Absolutely. The same thing he did with the white supremacists in the previous. Yeah. Because those are voters. And honestly, I mean, who knows about QAnon? I don't know about the devil thing, but I do know there's a lot of suspicion about the left being tied in with pedophilia.
Yeah.
Tied in with sex trafficking and slaves. So, I get where they're coming from. I think it was a silly question, and I think it was silly the way I've never heard demonic. Associated with QAnon.
Well, that question, I definitely felt like that was a tacky on her part.
Oh yeah, the whole shit was tacky.
I was like, all right, it was funny to me because he totally answered it the exact way she wanted him to.
Yeah.
he fell right into that trap. But I don't think it was a cool question to ask because there was no way he was going to give a positive answer that would work for him to that.
Well, so Michael, Anonymous, they're the hackers. I bet QAnon is probably like a branch off
of Anonymous.
Mm-hmm. The thing about Anonymous is it doesn't exist, if that makes any sense. All you do, there's not anonymous meetings. You know what I mean? You just hey, I just fucking hacked some shit. We're anonymous.
Hashtag anonymous.
Anonymous.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what anonymous is.
Yeah.
So it's good and bad. It's crazy how much power hackers wield. They really do. They've straight up shut down countries' missile defense systems before, bro.
I wonder how much of that is real and how much of that is the movies though.
No, it is real. They did that. That's
they
real.
Did what now?
They shut down a country's missile defense system.
What country?
I can't remember, dude. Here, hold on. Let me see. I can look it up. They did it, dude. Just to prove a point. Yo, we can do this shit.
I remember they hacked PlayStation or Xbox Live like
Mm-hmm.
on Christmas
Yep, just to prove that they can do it.
years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, and I was pissed because I think I got a new Xbox and I couldn't play it. I was pissed
They did
because they
take on
hacked.
Scientology.
How so?
They like wiped them from Google.
Seriously?
Yeah, they wiped them from Google.
Even now, or like
I'm sure
just
they're
for like a
back.
small
I'm sure
amount
they're
of
back
time?
now, but they just like you'd look up Scientology and it was just nothing but shit on Scientology.
Speaking of fucking Scientology, um, I don't give a fuck if somebody's offended by what I'm about to say about Scientology. um, they can kiss my ass. I don't care. Scientology's stupid. Um, my father-in-law. So when we first moved to Oregon, we lived with them for quite some time in the basement, and we keep getting mail from the Portland Church of Scientology for my father-in-law's name, who has never lived at my current address.
Wow.
and he, and he swears that he signed up for, or he went to a meeting of Scientology like years ago just to see what it was about.
Mm-hmm.
But we keep getting Scientology mail with his name on it, addressed to my fucking house. And like, I'll call him and be like, "Yo, got some more of this Scientology shit." Like, and he's just like, "Oh, they're relentless," but he doesn't actually. I'm like, "Hey, can you get them to stop sending me packets and
Please.
packets of information and brochures and shit?" I've even called them and been like, "Yo, he doesn't live here. Like, stop sending stuff here." And they just keep sending stuff. So fuck Scientology. They're fucking dumb. That's all I really want to say.
Yeah. But super really about to piss some people off with this one. It's not much different than any other religion. Like, it's no less crazy than any other religion.
Sure. But it's stupid.
Yeah, it is stupid. I agree with you there. I agree with you there. Dude, have you ever seen the Book of Mormon?
Not.
Hilarious, dude. Absolutely hilarious.
How so?
That's Trey Parker and Matt, what's his name? The other one.
Oh, I thought you meant the actual book.
No. No, I bet, well, from the book, that's the thing. There's some people in the Mormon religion that love that shit. Because they're like, that's it. That's it.
What's that?
That's very accurate. The Book of Mormon is a Broadway show that they put on, that they made. Yeah, just highlighting. That is a good point, Michael. You do got to pay for Scientology. Well, you got to pay for all the other ones, too.
Made South Park, right?
Yes, those are the dudes who made South Park. Correct. Did you freeze? Or are you just looking extra good over there? It's super good, Michael. It's super good. I think we may have lost Mr. McCrae.
You're frozen on my screen.
Oh, boom. We back. And we back.
You are frozen.
You can't hear me now?
Frozen.
I can hear you. You froze for a sec. What is going on? Gonna eat my chicken parm. He's saying I'm froze. Boom. Can you hear me?
Yo.
Yo. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what you get when you
my
go.
Brother keeps. I can hear you fine.
You can hear me?
Yes. Am I?
Now I can hear you, but you froze.
Yes.
You got that. You got
Can
that.
you hear me right now?
You got that Sam's Choice internet. Oh, sorry to eat on air, guys. Up. Is he back? All right, y'all. I think we're gonna have. Yep, he just frozen. He's just frozen. I guess we're gonna have to call it. Oh wait, no, I see him. Can you hear me?
No.
How did you answer if you can't hear me?
Okay. So
Hello, hello, hello.
okay, let's end the video.
I guess so. Yeah, we're gonna have to end it. You're like in and out. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us. Till the next episode, the next time.